Hiya, and welcome back to Tennis Ace. Hiya, and welcome back to Tennis Ace. The game that teaches us that if you ever need something delivered, give it to Shoichi and he will throw it to the destination and it will reach because he's strong as fuck. I think. I don't know. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Fuck. Wait, it just froze. It just froze. Come on, Michimiya. Put some more spring in your step. Yes. This is exhausting. Stream just doesn't like people. The stream just straight up just does not like people. Coach, you do know there's no point to him working hard if he falls dead from exhaustion, right? Nonsense. This is just a light workout, not to mention the fact that he has 2 years of slacking off to make up for. Gah. His words have so many barbs on them. I'm honestly amazed. Coach, what happened to the license fair I think that's how you pronounce it. Personality you had for the past 2 years? No, he's been doing a series of high-intensity workouts for 2 hours already without breaks. Hiya. He literally looks like he's about to fall dead. Well, we'll see about that, won't we? Yeah, hiya. Oh, okay, lazy fair. Okay, thank you. Hey, Yuichi, are you really that much of a wimp that you're exhausted from just this? Yes, sir! Saya smiles cockily. Meanwhile, Coach's expression contorts in a look of frustration. I really thought it'd go the other way around. Come on, Yuichi-kun. Let's get you some water and rest before he changes his mind. Saya walks up to me, slowly guiding me to some of the benches we have close to the entrance. You look like a newborn fawn right now. Your legs won't stop shaking. You try doing all the crap he's putting me through. Crap. I think I'm gonna throw up. You throw up on me, and I can assure you it won't be the workout that kills you. So mean! As soon as we reach the benches, I immediately topple over them. I don't think I can ever get up from here. Dial it back a little, okay? He might be overworking you, but he's got a point. You've been slacking for the past 2 years. Don't worry, the message was made abundantly clear today. What did Coach even tell you anyway? You're not working as hard as you should, blah, blah, blah. You're just running away from your responsibilities, blah, blah, blah. He'd kill you if you heard you mimicking him like that. I shrug. I know he's not wrong. It's just being told that to my face is kind of a lot. In the end, he decided that K-kun would be my practice partner and gave me a new training routine. Oh, what's that? At least you two benefit from it. Think of it that way. I'll try. Well, see you later then. I still have to get back to my practice. What? Didn't you say you were going to get me some water? I was. Then you said you were never getting up from that bench again. Now I kind of want you to get it yourself. You're awful. Sure am. See ya. She quickly walks away, leaving me alone on my bench, waterless and exhausted. Great. Might as well get it myself. I try standing up, but my legs immediately go nope and buckle under my weight. I immediately fall ass first on the bench again. Well, hey, I know I said it as a joke, but I don't want to be stuck on this bench for the rest of my life. Who are you talking to? I look to the side and see June standing there by the entrance, with Vic-kun next to him. No one at all. Did I just get caught talking to myself? Great, that doesn't make me sound crazy at all. Actually, why was I even talking to myself? What's wrong with... Oh, no, don't go there. What's up, June? What brings you to this part of... screw it, I'm too tired to make a clever joke out of that. I get the feeling it wouldn't be a clever joke, even if you weren't. Since when did you become so sassy? Never mind that. I was showing Chev-kun around school, and I mentioned Mizuguchi-san and Urushihara-san were in the tennis club, so he wanted to come take a look. I hope that's okay. Is he spiritually connected to Chase from Echo? I mean, Chase from Echo, his legs don't work. Hiya. I mean, it's kind of hard for your legs to work if you get your legs chopped off. It's kind of hard to work It's kind of hard for them to work if you don't have them. It is. Don't worry about it. So, Chev-kun, wasn't it Vic-kun just this morning? Anyway, Chev-kun, what got you interested in coming over? Well, I used to play badminton back in France, and I thought, hey, badminton and tennis are kind of similar, right? And decided that I'd come take a look. Sure, they're similar in about the same way that American football is similar to rugby. Well, this school doesn't have a badminton club, so it's fine. I'd show you around, but, well, I try getting up one more time, and just like last time, my legs immediately buckle under my weight, forcing me down on the seat again. As you can see, I can barely stand. Wow, you seem to be really fit too. Is practice that tough in this club? Nah, this is specific just to me. Yuichi-san is the #2 player in Japan, so he gets a different training menu for him. To be fair, our club has only one coach, so he can't possibly create and supervise individual training menus for each and every player. He gives a little extra attention to the ones who draw sponsors for our clubs, and the others get to choose between a few pre-made training menus. That sounds interesting. I wonder if I could play tennis. If you want, you can give it a try. I can lend you a racket and everything. Really? That'd be great. Although my rackets are custom made for me, taking in consideration my body build and style of play, so maybe it wouldn't be a great idea. Jun, can you fetch K-kun for me? You're going to ask to borrow one of his spare rackets? At first I thought of asking Saya since Vic-kun's build is more in line with hers, but then I remember that she also has rackets being custom made for her. Wouldn't Urushihara-san just hire a company to make custom rackets for him too? He could if he wanted to, but he said he doesn't want to use his financial status as an advantage. That's surprisingly humble of him. He's an odd guy like that. Anyway, if you will? Sure, I'll be right back. By the way, Vic-kun. Wait, is it going to be Vic-kun or Chev-kun? Either one is fine. Anyway, what made you leave France for Japan? Thinking of moving here long term? He fidgets in place at my sudden inquiry, looking unsure. I've always been interested in your culture, so I decided to spend some time abroad here. You know, get some fresh air and maybe learn a new thing or two. That's an interesting sentiment. I myself don't really know much about the French. Is it true that you guys eat snails? I can see him physically cringing inwardly at my question. Is it true that you guys enjoy fornicating with tentacled monsters? Exactly. Can we please drop this cultural stereotypes? Sorry. You don't have to get so upset about it. As if he only realized it now, Vic looks at me with shock. Sorry. It wasn't my intention to be rude. Best comeback ever. He just, completely destroyed Yuichi. Yuichi was like, so, you eat snails? And Vic was just like, yo, you fuck tentacles? He desperately bows, uttering a dozen apologies. Fuck. I was repositioning the window and then it did that. No, I shouldn't have snapped at you. Jeez, lighten up a little. What's going on? Why is Chev-kun bowing? It's nothing. He immediately jumps up, jumping as straight as he can, fidgeting on the spot. Anyway, here you go. Urushihara-san just asked that you be careful with it. Oh, thanks. Vic takes hold of the racket, very carefully swinging it around to get a feel for it. It's heavy. Feels a bit weird. Well, you're used to playing with a badminton racket, so I'm not really surprised. If you want to give it a try, ask Coach. The application period has already passed, but since being part of a club is mandatory, I'm sure they'll open an exception for you. Where's the coach? He's the tall crocodile that's walking around the courts somewhere. Not sure where exactly. Go look around for a bit. Okay, see ya. Yeah, don't worry so much. You'll be fine. Victor nods and runs off looking for Coach Mikado. I forgot to tell him Coach's name! Will it really matter? No one calls him by name anyway, from what I've seen. I guess you're right. By the way, how are you feeling? Are you really so tired that you can't stand? Yeah, I'm sore everywhere. It's frustrating. I'm pretty sure I'm done for the day. I'm sorry to hear. Oh, I can give you a massage if you want. A massage? Do you even know how to do one properly? Sure. Dad always came home from work exhausted, and Mom used to work extra shifts back then, so I learned to give him massages to try and help him out a little. Oh, that's very sweet of you. You're probably a model son. If you praise me You praise me too much. If you want, we can go to the locker room and I can give you a massage there. I'd love to, but I try staying up once more for effect. The same thing as the last 2 times happens, except this time I fall forward. Wow! Jun reacts fast, grabbing me before I can hit the floor. Immediately, I can feel his knees quaking under my weight. Yuichi-san, you're heavy. Sorry, let me adjust myself. I try sitting back down, but Jun pulls me towards him once more. What? It's fine. Just try to take some of your weight. I'll help you walk to the lockers. Oh, alright. Jun plops me down on one of the locker room benches, and I immediately rest my back on one of the lockers. Thanks a lot, and sorry for making you do this. No worries. I'm glad to help. Now, about that massage. He stops talking abruptly, looking away. What? Well, usually when you give someone a massage, you want to touch the skin instead of the clothes. My dad used to strip down to his boxers when I gave him massages. Oh. Never mind. Forget I said that. This is fine. No, you're right. I don't really feel comfortable taking off my shorts, though. Is just my shirt fine? Yes. I quickly remove my shirt, exposing my sweaty torso to Jun. My fur completely matted and pressed down by the sweat. He looks away for a second before glancing tentatively at me again, his face a little red. Okay. Would you rather if I do your front or your back first? What? I mean for the massage. Would you rather I massage your front or your back first? Front? Hiya. Okay. Okay, I like this song. I like it. Jun gets really close to me. So much so that I can feel the heat radiating from him. Despite his earlier confidence, he doesn't look me in the eye. He slowly reaches out with his hand, and I instinctively hold my breath as it comes closer to my arm. When he finally touches my bicep, I involuntarily twitch, making him gasp in surprise. Sorry. Okay. He brings his other hand to touch me and starts slowly massaging my arm. His ministration is soothing, and I can almost feel myself melt into his touch. Damn it, he wasn't lying. He is pretty good at this. I can already feel the muscles in my arm relaxing. Is this okay? I'm not going too hard, am I? No, it's fine. So, we pulled a Chase Hunter from Echo, and our legs fucking died. So now, we gotta, like, whatchamacallit. Now we gotta, fuck, I lost my train of thought. So now, we can't stand because we don't have legs. And Jun came up and was just like, very much abridging this and also adding swear words to it. Just like, sup, bitch? Wanna feel better? And Yuichi's all like, yeah, that'd be nice. And Jun just goes, cool. I'm gonna like, I don't actually know how massages work. I do not know how they work. Oh yeah, also Yuichi being racist. Damn it. Even though my body's relaxing, my mind just can't relax. This is too awkward. He's still not even looking at me, and his face is bright red. Jun makes sure to massage all of my arm. From the base of my shoulder all the way down to my wrist, he eases the tension and gets rid of some of the dull pain that I was feeling all over my body. By the time he's done with my left arm, it feels completely different from the right, and he immediately sets to work on that. You weren't kidding. You're pretty good at this. Thanks. After a few minutes that feels like an eternity, or a pleasurable eternity, but an eternity nonetheless, Jun finishes massaging both of my arms and comes to a pause, staring at my chest. If you're uncomfortable with it, you don't have to. No, I'm used to it. It's just weird when it's not my dad. Touching a friend like this is, Still, he eventually reaches out and places his hands on my pecs, setting to work on them almost immediately, kneading and stroking so expertly that my entire body relaxes. Damn! It takes every fiber of my willpower to keep myself from moaning. It's just that good. I look at the clock in the wall and realize that it's already been 20 minutes since we started. Damn, there's less than an hour of practice left. Even if I have a perfectly valid explanation for this, I still don't want to end up being caught in this situation. Alright, I'm done for your chest. Now for your lower body. My attention shifts back to my own senses when he talks to me, and that's when I notice something wrong. Just as June starts to look down... It's okay! I'm fine! I'm totally fine! I jump up faster than I ever judged possible, immediately turning away from him. It's embarrassing to say that I reacted too much to his touch. There's no way I can let him see me like this. What? But I'm not done yet. I still have to do your legs and your back. There's no need for it. I already feel invigorated. See? 100%! I flex the muscles for display, desperately trying to convince him to drop it. But we haven't gone all the way yet. I want to help you. Oh, yes, you can certainly help me if you... What the hell am I thinking? Stop it, brain. Bad, bad, bad. Get your mind out of the gutter. I shouldn't even be having these sorts of thoughts. June is a guy and my friend. You already have. I told you. I'm as good as new. I can even stand now. See? It's at moments like these that I'm happy for the adrenaline rush. No way I could be standing without it. Alright. I guess you're right. There's no reason to keep going if it's already done its job. Yes, exactly. No reason. Well, if you're really okay, I'm gonna go watch Shevkun trying out practice. I'm totally fine. I'll be there in a second. June nods firmly, smiling brightly. I can see his fangs poking from his smile, and that's absolutely adorable. I wonder... Oh, jeez. Oh. Yeah. Hiya. I wonder how he'd look if... No! Bad, bad, bad! As soon as he leaves, I immediately drop all of my weight back on the bench, making it creak. You're such a piece of work, you know? Of all the times you decide to act up, I guess it's been a while since I've gotten someone's attention down there. Great. And I'm talking to myself again. April 18th, Tuesday, day 9. Yeah, kill them. Kill the essays. April 18th, Tuesday. Such a beautiful day. The sun is bright, the sky is blue, the weather is mild, the breeze outside ruffles the leaves of the trees, covering the parks and streets in green and pink, carrying the scent of greenery in the air. It is without a doubt a wonderful day. Nothing could possibly ruin it. No one could possibly be sad or upset or preoccupied on a day like this. Well, except for... June. June, seriously, sit down. I try repeating it for the umpteenth time, hoping that this time he'll actually register what I'm saying. Do we have any tranquilizers? Or that he won't disregard me, at least. He can't sit down. I can't get myself sat down. I just can't! His voice is 2 keys higher than usual, and he's stuttering so much that I can barely make out what he's saying. His entire body is shivering. Is this adrenaline coursing through him, or is he just quaking in fear? Honestly, I have no idea. Come on, why are you so nervous? Didn't you say you've performed live before? Didn't you used to take part in competitions? Yeah, but it's been so long since last time. How long exactly? About 7 years. Are you asking me or telling me? I'm not sure. Great. He's not making sense. Come on, June, you have experience with this. You should have learned to believe in yourself by now. Having experience doesn't mean I can't screw up. A single mistake could stop me from getting to the next stage. Oh, okay. Look, just sit down for a minute and try to compose yourself, okay? I put my hands on both of his shoulders and force him down on one of the benches they have in the lobby. Honestly, though, this place is massive. It's so full of people that even I feel a bit on edge. I can definitely understand why June would be bothered. Just breathe, okay? Nice, long, deep breaths. I try showing him some breathing exercises, but he fails pathetically at all of them. His breathing is so rapid and ragged that I'm afraid he might just give himself a heart attack. Actually, could he be having a panic attack? Rapid, shallow breathing, stuttering, pacing around nervously. It does sound like the descriptions I've heard. But then again, I'm no doctor, so I can't really tell. Okay, have a good night. Stay safe. I kneel down to stay eye level with him, putting one hand on his shoulder and the other on his chest. I immediately start to feel awkward as memories of what happened yesterday flash in my mind. Still, I try to ignore them as best as I can. Right now, I need to help June. Right, first things first, what was it that I learned about panic attacks? I remember Shoichi telling me about this. June, look at me, okay? Look me in the eyes. Can you do that for me? June sets his eyes on my face. His eyes are bloodshot and scared, but he does as I say, slowly nodding for me. Good. Now focus on my hand on your chest. Can you feel my hand on your chest? Can you feel it moving when you breathe? June looks down at my hand, making me move it to his chin to raise his head so he only looks at my face. No, you don't need to look at it. Just feel my hand on your chest. Okay. Now, I want you to breathe for me, okay? Just focus on moving my hand around when you do it. 4 seconds in, 2 seconds out. 4 seconds in, 2 seconds out. Can you do that for me? I'll try. June starts to take deep breaths. He struggles a bit at first, but his breathing starts to become more and more regular. It takes a couple of minutes, but I can feel his body relaxing with my hands. I make sure to smile at him the whole time, reminding him that I'm here to help. I feel a bit awkward about doing this in such a public place, but my number one priority should be June. There we go. You're doing a lot better already. Do you feel any better? A little. I don't feel like I'm going to suffocate anymore. That's good. Hiya. See, there's nothing for you to be afraid of. This is just a day like any other. You're fine. He swallows hard and nods. It makes me feel a bit better to be able to help him in some way. At least I don't have to stand around and feel helpless. How about we talk about something more pleasant, huh? Is there anything you'd like to talk about? Not really. Come on, there must be something. Just say the first thing that comes to mind. Well, there's this book series I really like. The new book came out just last week, but I don't have the money to buy it yet. Oh, that's cool. What's the series about? I was just looking to distract him with some pleasant conversation. This might actually be interesting. It's called The Murderous Queen Trilogy. It's a story set in a fantasy world about a former queen who escapes death after her husband is overthrown and killed in a rebellion and then goes around looking for vengeance. That doesn't sound like anything at all I'd expect you to read. Why? You think I can't enjoy a mature, complex story? What? No. No. Yes. Well, it's just tend to go for more, happier stories. I've heard you talking about some games before, and they were all very teen-friendly. This one sounds like something that wouldn't be recommended for a 17-year-old. Well, the rating is 17+, and I'm 19. I don't see the issue here. True enough. If a bit out of character. At least in my opinion. And the book that was just released was, what, the second one? June shakes his head in negative. It's the last one. I read the first two, and they were really good. The stream did die for a second. Although I'll admit, I was just 14 when the first one came out, so I wasn't actually supposed to read it. My dad was just feeling very tired when he took me out to buy a birthday present and didn't look at what book I picked. Sounds like lousy parenting at its finest. Mom was really mad when she found the book. Poor Dad got the brunt end of it. As he should, letting a 14-year-old kid read something like that, but then again, I've played games that were like that when I was a kid, so I guess I'm one to talk. Well, it sounds like you like it a lot. What was the name of his third book? Just for curiosity's sake. I might just end up buying it for him later. What was it called again? Ah, The Red Keep. That's an interesting name. I might end up picking up a copy of these for myself. Well, what else? Tell me more about it. I'd rather not. You might want to read them in the future, and I don't want to spoil you. Psh, spoilers are my bread and butter. I don't care about spoilers. Come on, tell me more. Anything that keeps you talking and stops you from freaking out. Well, okay, but first, can you take your hand from my chest? There's some people looking and it's a bit embarrassing. Ah! I only notice it when he points it out, but I pull away immediately and get up on my feet. I try looking shyly around and see that there are a couple heads turning in our direction. Ah. Damn, my cheeks feel hot right now. I guess June wasn't the only one being distracted by our conversation. I'll just sit right here. I take a seat next to June on the bench. All the awkwardness that I was feeling because of what happened yesterday has now come back full force. Damn. It feels weird all of a sudden. Wait, are we actually on June's route? Like, are we? Okay. List. I don't know how to check. Damn, it feels weird all of a sudden. No, power through it. I've gotten this far. I can't allow him to start moping again. Well, anyway, you were going to tell me more about those books? June smiles and it immediately sets my heart at ease. It's so good to see a smile back on his face. Well, the story starts with Ella. That's the protagonist. I honestly do not know. I think we're doing Shoichi, but I'm confused. I am genuinely confused. I do not know. Well, the story starts with Ella. That's the protagonist's name, by the way. Ella Rishel, in a tavern. A man sits next to her and tells her she looks pretty and starts flirting with her, and she asks him to buy her a drink. When he's not looking, she slips a... When he's not looking, she slips a bit of viper venom in his ale and excuses herself to go to the bathroom after she sees him drink it. Then she escapes the tavern while he dies. Okay, so, let's check. Okay, so Shoichi. Trying to figure out what route we're on. Why do we need to know the blood type? Okay, Keisuke. We're definitely not doing Keisuke's route. We haven't... Fuck. Fuck. I broke the game. I broke the game. Again. Fuck. When he's not looking... Then we get taken to a flashback about how she was forced to go on exile after her husband was dethroned and murdered and their children were killed. She talks about making a deal with the witch to grant her a new face that she wants to use to kill the ones who masterminded the rebellion. Then she... As the minutes start to pass, I see that June's body has already stopped twitching entirely. I finally begin to rest a bit easy knowing that he's calmed down immensely. He continues to talk to me about his book, enthusiastically describing the story to me while still keeping himself very vague at certain points. I guess he really doesn't want to spoil me after all. He starts to perk up considerably, his gestures becoming more full of energy and his smile becomes wider. After what I assume have been 15 minutes, he's almost back to his usual self, which makes me sigh in relief. Huh? Are you alright, Yuichi-san? I'm not boring you, am I? No, nothing like that. I'm just relieved. See, that's the funny thing, because all these are pre-rendered, so there are technically sprites that exist of Theta. There are sprites that exist. No, nothing like that. I'm just relieved. Relieved? About what? He cocks his head to the side like a curious little puppy. It's adorable to see him behaving like this again. I decide that there's no harm in telling him. Well, look at how much you've calmed it down. You're acting like yourself again. June blinks a couple of times, his eyes becoming wider. Hey, you're right. I do feel better. See? I'm just glad I managed to calm you That was actually very fun to make. That was a very fun sound to make. I'm suddenly wrapped in a mass of orange fur when June pounces on me out of nowhere, enveloping me in a warm, tight hug. Thank you so much. I didn't even realize it, but you were worrying about me all this time. While the feeling is certainly nice, the first thing I worry about is the people around us seeing, well, this. We can make this situation immediately worse. We can make this situation 10 times worse. And I think it's very obvious how we can make it 10 times worse. Let me hide the to-do list. And add in the... I'm just going to write it. I'm not even going to, like... I'm not going to say it. I'm not saying it. I don't want to get banned, even though I'm probably going to get banned for writing it. Here we go. Yuichi cast... Fuck. Cast... Erectus activatus. There we go. Erectus activatus. Fuck. Fuck. What even is that? Erectus activatus. Mother. Yuichi what? Yuichi cast Erectus activatus. I give him a few taps on the arm. Okay, easy there, Tiger. We're still in public, remember? Motherfucker, yes! Yes, although this will definitely break stream. This will definitely break the stream. For the simple fact that the stream does not like, you know, having the file manager open. It does not like that, but I suffer from a rare condition called I couldn't give two shits. Yuichi cast Erectus activatus. Should have come up with something more creative than just that. Okay, MC. Which outfit should we put him in? Oh God. The gown. Hang on. Let me find it. No, that's like his hospital outfit. Or something. Fuck. School uniform. School uniform Yuichi. Stream is just casually going to die for our decisions. Yuichi! Fuck! Okay, can I like drag this to where it needs to go? Now? Okay. Thank you, stream. Thank you. Okay, there's like no easy way to layer. And I just realized that I'm probably doing the layering wrong. Okay, that didn't actually fix it, but it's something. Okay, okay. Now we can cast the spell. I cast Erectus Activatus. Ah. Okay, okay. Easy there, Tiger. We're still in public, remember? Ah, right! His tail immediately stands upright as he pulls back from me, scratching his reddened cheeks in embarrassment. Sorry, I just kinda lost control. It's alright, I don't mind. It's a nice feeling, just not warm in public, okay? Okay, let's actually get rid of this real quick. Just bye Erectus Activatus. Ah! Okay. It didn't go away. Fuck. Oh man, he's just too precious. Please, June. Never change. June Kobayashi? A voice calls June's name. We both turn our heads to search for it at the same time. We both see a lion dressed in a red shirt and a pair of cargo pants. The lion stares at June with wide eyes, his mouth open in an O shape, and placed it on Haru. Ah! The lion stares at June with wide eyes, his mouth open in an O shape. Oh my god, I can't believe it when I saw your name in the list of participants, but it really is you! I'm sorry, but who are you? Oh right, it's been 7 years. No one you wouldn't recognize me. I grew a lot taller, and I didn't even have a mane back then. Wait, Akutagawa-kun? The lion smiles, putting a hand on his waist, making the bracelets he has on his wrist clink. You haven't changed much, all things considered, but you grew a bit. In both directions. Still, I heard you gave up the piano after that incident 7 years ago. Brought you back. Noticing the change in June's demeanor, the lion awkwardly scratches the back of his neck. Ah! Sorry, I let curiosity get the better of me. I understand if you don't want to talk about it. Still, it's good to see you again. Maybe I'll finally have my revenge. Sorry to intrude on your conversation, but what's going on? And what's this talk about vengeance? My sudden interjection makes June jump up from his seat. He apparently completely forgot that I was here. Oh, that's right. Yuichi-san, this is Shinji Akutagawa. He used to be a friend of mine back when I still participated in competitions. Oh, please. Let's just call it what it is. No need to play friends with me. You and I were bitter rivals. Oh, we would fucking die. Yeah, I think he is. I don't fully know. Oh, okay. Huh? You were? He falters, gasping and gaping in shock. Hey, are you kidding me? Of course we were rivals. I always had to share the podium with you. You have no idea how bitter about it I was. Wait, you shared the podium? I don't remember that. June scratches at his cheek as the lion looks at him, completely flabbergasted. Are you seriously telling me that you forgot about me? Let me just, like, adjust the microphone so it's closer. Ah. Ah! There we go. Well, I didn't forget. I remember talking to you before and after the competitions, but I don't remember how you played or where you placed. I wasn't really paying attention. What? You self-absorbed prick! I spent all this time thinking about you, and you didn't even remember me! Big, comical tears start forming around his eyes as he begins to pout. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Forget it! You and I will square off on the stage and I will destroy you! Just make sure that weak set list of yours doesn't spell your doom! I'll make sure the name Shinji Akutagawa is one you'll never forget. He runs off without a second glance, leaving us to eat dust. Well, that was a bit weird. June nods in affirmative, still looking confused. By the way, Yuichi-san, when are the others getting here? It's already 9:35? Well, Keikun and Saya said they'd arrive at around 9:40, so they should be getting here soon. Shoichi will probably still take at least an hour since he's dealing with some issues at school. Issues? Yeah, I kind of forgot to get excused to come here today. Shoishi's at school right now trying to set things straight so I won't get punished for skipping. Wait, don't you need parental permission for that? How's he gonna get you excused? Well, he'll just work his magic. He's student council president. I'm sure he'll manage. I see. Wait. Why is he the one getting you excused? Well, it was his choice to go in my place. Why would he do that? Mother... That face. Why would he do that? Well, he was a bit worried that I'd, June stares at me with inquisitive eyes. Yes? He was a bit worried that I'd say something I shouldn't and end up getting in trouble. So... He basically said you were too incompetent to do it. That is not what he said! But it's what he meant. When did you get so snarky? I learned from watching you guys talking to each other. Isn't this what you do? Oh boy, I suddenly feel like a bad influence. Heh, don't worry. I'm just pulling your leg. It was funny seeing that look on your face. We've created a monster! Anyway, can you try calling Shoichi-san and ask him if he's going to take long? I need him to be here soon. Let me keep adjust. I am never going to be happy with the way the pop filter is. I am never going to be happy with it. Ah! Here we go. Why? Your performance isn't due until 12:30. Well, yeah, but all of the performers need to go backstage to prepare half an hour before the first performance starts. And then we just stay there to concentrate on our performance. Wait, isn't the first performance in an hour? Yeah. What? Why didn't you say this sooner? You didn't ask. So if I don't ask you something, you just won't tell me? Crap, I have to call Shoichi and tell him to hurry. So, later. I walk away from June, going to the entrance of the concert hall, where the phone signal is a bit better. 2 bars. That should be plenty. I'll see if I can actually call him. Yuichi? Get here now! Jeez, are you trying to make me deaf or something? What's going on? Is everything okay? Are you still in school? I just left. I'm heading to the train station now. Why? Run to it! You must get the first train that comes by. What? The next train is in 5 minutes. There's no way I can catch it. What's this even about? Jun has to go backstage in half an hour. If you don't hurry here, you won't be able to see him until after his performance. Why didn't you tell me this sooner? I have to pull the phone away from my face as I'm at risk of going deaf. Jeez, this isn't my fault. Why am I the one getting yelled at? Didn't you just complain about me doing just that? I don't care. Why wasn't I informed sooner? Because I didn't know myself. June only told me about it now. I hear groaning on the other side, followed by the sound of running steps. Forget it. I'm going to try to make it to the station in time for the next train. Don't let him go anywhere until I get there. I'll try, but I don't know if I can. Don't let him go anywhere until I get there. Just like that, he shuts the call off and I'm left with ringing in my ear. Well, I guess that takes care of that. Now back to... Boo. I nearly fall on my ass when Keisuke suddenly jumps in front of me, scaring the crap out of me. Heh, gotcha. What the hell? Sorry, I saw you on your phone and I couldn't resist. When did you even get here? Oh, about 30 seconds ago. I came in with Saya, but she left to look for Kobayashi. Oh, sorry. At that point, if Shoichi is like running towards you, and you just notice him like over the horizon, it's already too late for you. And like I said, I couldn't resist, so I stayed behind. Keisuke chuckles, puffing up his chest with satisfaction. I sigh. That's just great for you. Can we please go get back to June and apparently Saya? Wow, someone's in a bad mood. Yeah, I didn't have a very good day. What happened? Well, it was crazy, really. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Keisuke scratches at his chin, obviously curious. Try me. Okay, then. Well, I came here to the concert hall today and met up with June. And something happened and I had to step away for a second. Yeah? Keisuke's always been a sucker for dramatic stories, so I make sure to make a dramatic pause. He gobbles it up like a rabbit with carrots. Or hair. It doesn't matter. Then, all of a sudden, this crazy lunatic hair jumps out of nowhere and screams at my face. His face immediately deflates. I see the twinkle of humor and curiosity in his eyes die out. Har har. Very funny. You think so too? Great! I myself thought it was hysterical. You really are an idiot. Well, consider that payback for nearly giving me a heart attack. Fine, fine, I get it. Let's just go join the others already. Without waiting for a response, Keikun walks away from me. Hey! Don't just leave me hanging! Jeez, did Keikun run towards them? How did he get there so much quicker than I did? The first thing I notice when I see them is that Sai seems to be talking very excitedly. Wait, what's that look on those two faces? Whose faces? The ball went goon, and then hit with my record like zoom. Then it hit the ground and made it pa. Is that an actual conversation? I'm not sure if that's even Japanese. Hey, Yuichi-kun. Sai quickly hops towards me, waving. Hey, Sai. Good morning. She jabs me in the torso with her outstretched hand, hitting me right between the ribs. I have to hold on to Keikun's shoulder to keep myself from falling down. She completely knocked the air out of me with that. I can't breathe. Sai stands in her spot looking innocent. Are you alright, Yuichi? You don't look so good. Of course I don't look good. You just knocked the air out of me. What? I didn't hit you that hard. It's just a friendly poke. No, Mizuguchi-san, that was a bit... Remind me never to walk within arm's reach of you. Oh, come on. I was just wishing him a good morning. She stares guiltily at me as I gasp for air. If you do that to someone when you're trying to be nice to them, I'm afraid of what you do when you're angry. I've heard some stories. Oh, really? Do tell. Well, there's the time when... Hey, quit it. Yes, ma'am! Ah. Oh boy, I wasn't ready to get stabbed in the gut first thing in the morning. I already said I was sorry for that. Actually, you did... She gives him a frightening murderous glance. Kobayashi-kun, she said she already apologized for it. That's only 1% of her power. If she were to use 100% of her power and just jab the earth, it would, like, obliterate. What? A high five from her would leave you looking like Deku from season 1 of My Hero Academia. Seriously, you're trying to deflect the blame to someone else now? Great, the day has barely started and you're already terrorizing the community. Well, I feel like I can finally stand on my own 2 feet again. She's showing her dominance. Man, I thought I was going to puke my guts out after that one. Sorry. At least now she's apologizing. What were you two talking about anyway? Oh, I was doing a challenger level tournament yesterday. It was amazing. You mean the one that happened in Miami? You saw it too? A little. I watched about 15 minutes of it before it made me want to go outside and practice. Must be nice being able to watch things you like on TV. Concerts and orchestras don't get nearly as much attention as sports do. Not many people like classical music to begin with, so it'd be a tough sell. But there's still some channels dedicated to that sort of content. And they're usually premium channels that you have to pay top dollar to watch. That's true. Wyoming Smash! Oh, hey, where am I? Welcome to heaven, my child. Saya, just using 10% of her power, is angry and, like, goes and punches you in the shoulder. Like, as soon, like, she's just like, Get back here, you little... Where am I? Welcome to heaven, my child. Oh, okay. You don't have to worry about that sort of thing for long. You'll be going to a music academy next year. You'll see tons of concerts and orchestras. Damn it, Saya. Do you have any idea how long it took me to calm him down? Now you have to go and remind him of it. It's not that easy. Unless I graduate from a very prestigious academy, finding a job as a composer would be hard. And those are really expensive. I need a scholarship to be able to attend. And I need an impeccable record to get one. Basically, I have to join every piano competition possible and have to win them all just to have a chance. Yeesh, sounds rough. That's what I get for being out of the stages for 7 years. Oh yeah, this reminds me. Jun apparently has a rival. What was his name again? Teruyama? Akiyama? What was the line called again? Akutagawa-kun? Oh yes, that's his name. Boy, I was way off the mark on this one. Yeah, it's this big lion guy. He said he was Jun's biggest rival back when they still performed in competitions. Apparently Jun beat him every single time. You should have seen it. He came here swearing vengeance and all that. Wow, sounds a bit cliche. Jun lets out a nervous laugh. Yeah, Akutagawa-san was always pretty intense. He had a penchant for being dramatic, even when we were kids. I guess that hasn't changed even now. Well, this could be fun. This means we actually get to watch some competition. Oh, I know. I have the list of participants here with me. We could check out what he's performing. Ooh, that's a great idea. I haven't checked it yet. Keikun pulls a flyer from his pocket and unfolds it. In it are pictures of many kids with some details written next to them. It seems that these are their set lists. Set lists. Shinji, get in the fucking robot Akutagawa. Oh jeez. Each player is allotted 15 minutes to perform, and they can perform as many songs as they want in that time. Let's see, Kobayashi-kun, you're going with Allegro Appassionato, and Chopin's Etude OP 25, number 12. I'm not quite hitting the 15 minutes mark. Yeah, I was afraid stamina might be an issue, so I chose to keep my set list a bit on the short side. I'm actually surprised you know these songs. Really? Son of a rich house? I was force-fed this kind of music since I was 7. My grandmother tried to force me to play the violin. Doesn't sound like it was very fun. It wasn't, but I survived. Anyway, let's see. Akutagawa. Oh, Opus, okay. There he... Keiko nearly buries his face in the paper. Huh? His voice is so loud that it leaves my ears ringing. Jesus! Give us a warning before you do that. Is there something wrong with him? Well, he's performing Franz Liszt. I stare at him in confusion. Is that name supposed to mean something to us? When I look to the side, I see Jun's face has nearly lost all of its color. Jun, are you okay? What song? His voice came out so crackly and incredibly small. Grande Fantasie. De Braveur sur la Clochette. I definitely butchered that. The Who of what now? Jun swallows audibly. I'm sure his face has gone at least 3 tones wider. His voice comes out almost in a monotone. Franz Liszt is a world-renowned composer. His works are said to be some of the most technically difficult in existence. That song, Grande Fantasia, is considered one of his most difficult pieces. Not many pianists attempt to play it because of how difficult and demanding it is. That song is exactly 14 minutes and 59 seconds long. Even for an easier piece, stamina would be a concern. For that song, though, if he plays it mildly well, he's almost going to certainly win that competition. If he plays it well enough, he could even get world recognition. That's how difficult that piece is. Wait, the way you're saying it sounds like he's already got this in the bag. Do you think he can even pull it off? Yeah, I mean, didn't you say that even professionals tend to stay away from that song? What makes you think a high schooler can play it? Why would he submit it as a set list if he can't play it? Keikun, you're not helping! Well, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be realistic. 7 years ago, I don't think he could... If he were good enough to do this song, then I'd remember it, but... I need to talk to the organizers! I cut Jun off before he's able to walk away, putting myself in his path. Whoa! Don't tell me you're going to be dropping out because of this. I noticed June clenching his fist so hard that I'm afraid his claws are going to puncture the palm of his hand. I'm going to increase the difficulty of my own set list. Whoa, calm down for just a second there. Didn't you say just a second ago that you chose your songs because stamina was a concern? If you increase the difficulty even further, then I have to fight fire with fire. Now I understand the comment he made on my set list. It isn't bold enough. He's going to completely bury me unless I take a risk. And what are you even going to perform? You haven't practiced any of their songs. There are two I already know by heart. I used to perform them a lot when I was younger. Which ones? Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, third movement, Presto Agitato, and... Wait, I remember that name. Isn't it the song you were playing when we met? He nods. Ah. It was the song I played the most. It was almost always in my set list for all the competitions I took part in. I still remember walking into the music room that day. The other one is Chopin's Etude Opus 25, number 11, Winter Wind. They might not be as difficult as the song Akutagawa chose, but they're both very technical. If I play the two of them together, I might have a chance of winning. They're also incredibly fast-paced and demanding. Are you sure you can even handle playing the two together? You'd be mashing the keys almost non-stop for 10 minutes. If Akutagawa is willing to take this much risk with this song selection, then I have to do the same. The difference is that he had time to practice this song. You didn't. You were too busy practicing your old set list. June purses his lips, shoving his hand down his pockets and looking down at the floor. I know that, but I have to try. Like I said, I know these two songs by heart. I performed them so many times, I can play them in my sleep. But can you play them as well as you need to? If this guy's performance is even remotely decent, then yours is going to be absolutely perfect to be able to win. I know that. June raises his voice, making both Sai and I jump back a step. Keisuke stares at him, bewildered. Even I notice a few heads turning our way. June, realizing the sudden attention coming our way, crosses his arms, looking back down at the floor. I know that, but if I don't do it, then I'm just going to guarantee a loss. You said it yourself. Even with those two songs, I need to be absolutely perfect to stand a chance. What chance do you think I have with my current list? Keikun crosses his arms, rubbing his right elbow with his hand as he looks away, biting his lip. None. Exactly. The two just stand awkwardly rooted to their spots, not looking at each other. The atmosphere has suddenly become so weird and awkward that it's hard for me to say anything. Well, if that's how it is, then you should just get to it already. That's when Sai speaks up, drawing everyone's attention to herself. She stands there, smiling, looking either completely oblivious of the weird mood surrounding all of us, or just simply not caring about it. I'm not even sure they're going to allow me. The set lists are decided weeks in advance. Well, you won't know if they will until you try. Nothing's going to happen if you don't try. You're right. I'm going to be right back. June walks away, looking for the competition's organizers. Now that I think about it, one of us should probably go with him, huh? I exchange glances with Saya, who apparently picks right up on what I'm thinking. I'm going to go after Kobayashi-kun. Make sure he doesn't get lost. Keikun nods in agreement. Probably for the best. Let's not forget he still gets lost at school. I wouldn't put it past him getting lost here. Alright, I'll catch up to you guys later. Kobayashi-kun, wait up! With that, Keikun and I are left alone in the middle of the busy lobby. Well, I guess that's that. Hopefully he doesn't end up in that much trouble. Yeah, I'm still surprised you know classical music, though. What, really? You two? Come on. Rich kid from a traditional family. You really doubted for even a second that I wouldn't be exposed to classical music? You said your grandmother forced you to practice the violin. Does that mean you play? A little. I was forced to practice for 3 years, but I purposefully did badly whenever she came to watch just to spite her. Eventually, she gave up, saying I was horrid at it. I was never forced to touch an instrument again. If only she knew I was faking it. I was actually kind of decent at it. I just hated the damn thing. Dad got the raw end of the deal, though. From what he tells me, she was more relentless when he was a kid. She forced him to pick up the piano because she wanted the prestige of having her son be a pianist. Then he fell in love with the piano and decided to become a professional pianist. She, of course, was all too happy to oblige, since he was only the second child and was never going to inherit the business anyway. Then, right when he landed his dream offer to play for a prestigious orchestra in France, his brother died and she forced him to take up the business. Wait, so she... She forced him to play the instrument when he didn't want to. Then, when he decided that he actually liked it and wanted to make his life about it, she took it away from him and forced him to become a businessman. Only one of the many reasons I hate my grandmother. That's really awful. I'm surprised you even told me this. You never said much about your home life. No one's ever asked, and I never really had any reason to say it. This time it just kind of came up as an interesting tidbit on the conversation we were already having. So you won't volunteer any information about yourself unless someone asks you? Nope. I'm not that interesting of a person to start talking about myself for no reason. Unless it's something that can be relevant to the conversation, that is. So, you're saying if I ask some questions about you, you'd answer them? Maybe later. Yes. Why later? So you are evading this after all? No, it's just that I see Yurata coming our way and it looks like he might drop any second now. What? Jun-kun! He went over to the organizer's office. What? I told you to keep him from leaving until I got here. Shoichi grabs my shoulders, baring his fangs at me in anger. As much as I love getting blamed for everything, I pull both of his hands away from my arms. He hasn't gone backstage. He just wanted to have a word with the organizers of the competition to see if he could change his set list. Oh! He stares at me awkwardly, slinking back to a less threatening position and scratching at the back of his neck. I cross my arms and shift all my weight to my left leg, giving him a smug look. Shoichi looks down at the floor, embarrassed. Sorry. I laugh, having some innocent fun at his expense. By the way, why are you so sweaty? You smell like you just ran a marathon. Keikun pinches his nose mid-sentence, making his voice come out all nasally and funny. That's because I did. I'd run from our school to the station in under 5 minutes if I wanted to catch the closest train. Then I'd run from the station all the way over here. I give him a thumbs up. Good job! I can barely even stand. Don't praise me as if I were a kid who finally learned to clear the table. Alright. Who's a good boy? Who's a good... What am I? A dog? Shoichi grabs my shoulders again, giving me a firm shake. Well, technically... Shut up! Keikun's lips quiver in another half-smile, full of smugness and satisfaction. Well, what else do you expect me to say? I didn't know I had to praise you every time you did something nice. Like I said, you're not a kid or a dog. Well, Shut up! Keikun chuckles, seemingly very happy with himself. You don't have to praise me, it's just... It feels nice when you do, okay? Alright, I get it. Do we want to praise Shoichi or not? I reach upwards to put my hand on top of his head, petting affably a few times, even scratching at the back of his ears a little bit. You did good, Sho. Jun is going to be very happy that you made it. He blushes furiously, looking down at his feet instead of at me. Thank you. Yeah, you did great, man. It was really nice that you went through all that trouble for June. Well, it wasn't that much trouble. From the corner of my eye, I could see Keisuke stifling a laugh. He's never seen Shoichi being bashful before. I'll admit, it's quite a 180 from his usual attitude. A devious idea shines in my mind, and I don't hesitate to try it. Yeah, you did good. You did good. You did very good. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? He blushes further, muttering out his words almost incoherently. Hey, wait a second. Jeez. He steps away from me, looking super pissed. What did you almost make me say? Unable to hold it any longer, Keikun bursts into laughter, making Shoichi finally remember that he was actually there. I have no idea what it is I just saw, but I'm glad to have seen it. What? Shoichi blushes something fierce. Even the tips of his ears go red as they both flop downwards on his face. You'll pretend you never saw this. Ha, we both know that that's going to be impossible. You suck. I'm well aware of that. What else is new? You already had your fun, Keikun. Lay off him a little. Aw, I was just getting started. Well, just stop, okay? Alright. I won't tease him about it anymore. Thank you. Shoichi breathes a sigh of relief as his entire body relaxes. Is it Kamui? Wait. I think it might be Kamui, but it might not be. I don't know that many Tokyo After School Summoners characters. Is it Sith? No, because he cries. Who is that character? Because I have one in mind, but I want to know if it's the same character. Ah, same character that I was thinking of. Like I was like, oh, was it Moritaka? And yeah, okay, yeah, I don't know that many characters. All right, fine. Enough with the tease Shoichi game. Sure, let's play the please go pat yourself dry in the bathroom game instead. I heard it's very fun. And while you're at it, please use some deodorant. This strong smell of sweaty dog is offensive to my nose. What? Now you're just going out of your way to insult me. Keikun pinches his nose again and starts breathing through his mouth. Ah. I'm doing no such thing. My nose is just really sensitive and the smell's starting to make me nauseous. Hang on. I'm doing no such thing. My nose is just really sensitive and the smell is starting to make me nauseous. What? Yuichi, you don't mind it, right? It's time to go bye-byes. Okay, I guess we don't mind it, but I am kind of curious what happened, so I am going to save real quick. Save for possible content, and then say I mind it. Well, Shoichi, let me remember the words that a wise man once said. What was it again? That's right. Dude, you fucking stink. Don't you shower? Sheesh, that bad? You smell like a wet dog, and believe me, I know what wet dog smells like. Shoichi laughs, covering up his mouth in an attempt to stifle it. You two might be used to it by now. But I'm not a dog, nor do I live with a dog. I'm not used to this. No, the smell's a bit strong even for me, Shoichi, you should definitely go clean yourself up. Plus, you don't want to offend the other people who are going to be sitting next to us, right? You're right, the last thing I want to do is bother other people. But he gives me a meaningful, pitiful look. You're gonna have to get over that at some point. I know, still. Keikun curves his body, leaning towards us. He lifts his hand and waves. Hello? Person who has no idea what you two are talking about over here. About what you two are talking about here. Oh, right. Well, how can I say this? He looks away, pretending to think about something. In reality, he's just hoping that Keikun will forget about it and change the subject. I sigh. Shoichi's afraid of public bathrooms. What? I don't really mind your smell. What? See, but that doesn't change the fact that you're in public. You should take other people into consideration. Even if Keikun and I don't mind it, there are other people who are going to be sitting next to us. You should do it so as to not bother them. Why is it that you're only reasonable when being reasonable is something that would annoy me? Why are you being so against this in the first place? I can't believe you'd be okay with being sweaty and smelly in public. I'm not. Shoichi kicks up some dust from the floor, looking down at his feet. Oh god, I'm not going to wait 15 minutes for you to finally admit this. I turn to Keikun. Shoichi's afraid of public bathrooms. What? You're such a tattletale. Why? Why would you be afraid of public bathrooms? I'm not afraid of them. Not exactly. I just think they're really, really gross, and I'd rather not go inside one. I feel like I could catch an STD just by breathing the air inside them. What? This building is national property. The whole place is spotless. You could eat off of the bathroom's counters. Ew, no. Don't say that even as a joke. I think I can feel my stomach crawling up and curling itself into a ball. You're weird. Guess this explains why I never saw you going to the bathroom whenever we go out. Oh, wait. What about school? Doesn't that count as a public bathroom? Are you kidding? I spend more time at school than I do in my own home. That place is already second home to me. What? But that doesn't make any sense. Shoichi scratches his neck, looking away. In essence, Shoichi is basically just weird. How cruel of you to say this to my face. Oh, please, I don't say anything that you yourself haven't said before. What? But... screw it. You're right. Keikun and I laugh at his reaction, making him shoot us a death glare. So I don't like dirty places. So what? Everyone's got something they don't like. Yeah, but people don't usually have fears that keep them from doing something as basic as going to the bathroom. I already told you, I'm not afraid of going in the bathroom. I just... I'd rather stay away from it because it makes me feel uneasy and uncomfortable, okay? Dude. That's the textbook definition of fear. Keisuke laughs, making Shoichi shoot him yet another death glare. Bite me. Are you sure? Hares have pretty strong teeth. He opens his mouth a little, pointing at his teeth. What? I didn't mean literally. Too late. Keikun lunges at Shoichi with his mouth open, going for his neck. Are you a hare or a vampire? Shoichi reacts fast, pushing him away. What? No. Keikun falls back, laughing. I'm sorry, your reaction was just too funny. I couldn't resist. You do realize we're in public, right? So we're horsing around a little. Big deal. You have the weirdest sense of humor. And of timing. It's the pot calling the kettle black. Okay, you two, behave. I don't want to be seen with two guys acting like complete lunatics in a public place. Why do you even care? It's not like you're going to meet these people again. You're an athlete. You're part of a completely different circle. People who go to tennis games don't usually attend classical music competitions, so it's not like any of them know you. Oh, really? Because you, me, Shoichi, and Sayo all go to tennis games, and yet we're here. Well, yeah, but that's because we know June and he's competing. Yes, and if it's possible for those circumstances to exist for us, doesn't it also stand to reason that it can be true for someone else? Besides, you yourself admitted that you like classical music. I suppose you're right. I guess I went a little bit overboard. Yeah, besides, if Yuichi is the one lecturing you about this sort of thing, then you should take that as a clear sign that you need to rein it in a little. Hey, that's true. What? I'm not that bad. You're the ones who keep arguing in public and end up getting people complaining about you. Remember that time in the diner a while back? I give them a smug smile. We're going to leave off here tonight. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Bye. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.